Ladies and gentlemen, as you just saw in the intro, today we're going to be talking about my experience with ADHD. Man, this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I really wanted to understand my diagnosis and everything that it affected me with. And also, I was supposed to release this video 3 weeks ago. Yeah, no, I just wasn't bothered with it, but whatever, ADHD, right? Gotta blame it on the good old ADHD. Alright, well, I'm just going to go through my experience. How has it affected me? How do I deal with it? And then throw in some funny stuff along the way. So let's get started. I have 4 main things how it affects me, and then I'll explain how do I deal with it and how do I exist with it. Okay. As someone who suffers through ADHD, one of the big things that affects me and many other people that I know that suffers through combined ADHD is stimuli. So the thing with stimuli with me is sound. I'm 50-50 on it. So basically, I cannot sleep unless it is dead silent. And I mean, not a single sound. It has to be pitch black in my room. Zero sound, zero light, nothing. No stimuli whatsoever. That's the only way I can get good deep sleep. But let's say, for example, when I'm driving, I cannot drive like this. I has to have some form of sound, whether it's the wind, whether it's music, whether it's a phone call, whether it's a YouTube podcast. I have to have some form of stimuli because otherwise I will be bored and I will fall asleep. Yes, that's right. Because when I sleep, it has to be silent. If it is silent in my car, I will naturally think it is time for bed. Whether it is late, whether it's not, it doesn't matter. I will always go to sleep. But let's say, for example, wait, where was I going with this? Wait a minute. What was I just talking about? What was I just talking about? Shoot, I forgot. Oh yeah. Well, I guess while I'm at it, here's a side tangent for you guys. I also have the memory of a rock, although that might be a bit disrespectful to the rock. So, oh my gosh, gracious. People are calling me, and I'm recording a video. Stop calling me, dude. Oh, wait, she was. Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Oh, was I on sound? No, I think I moved on from that. What? Wait, what was I just talking about? Huh. I just forgot again. Oh, yeah, memory. That's right. Yeah, anyway, so, yeah, no. My memory, here's a fun thing. So, I cannot remember, I couldn't tell you what day it is. I couldn't tell you what I ate yesterday at 12:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I could tell you in great detail what I did, August 10th of 2012. It was my first day of school. I woke up at 7 in the morning, got on the bus at 7:15. I got to school at 8:15 in the morning. I remember that very clearly, but I cannot tell you what I did yesterday. In fact, what day is today? I have no idea. I'm actually still kind of curious about that. I'm going to have to get that looked at. So yeah, memory is a big thing that ties into... Oh yeah, sound. That's what we're talking about, sound. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so sound. So when it comes to sound, like I said, I think I said this. Okay, well, I'm going to re-preference. So sound, sleep, has to be dead silent. No stimuli. When I'm awake, constant stimuli. Otherwise, can't function. Now, here's the solution I found that can kind of remedy it, which ties into the next section, which is energy. So when it comes to energy, normally what happens with ADHD is usually it's an imbalance of chemicals in your brain. So with a normal person who doesn't have ADHD, their chemicals in their brain is more or less balanced. I don't know the science of it. I'll put it on the screen if I can find it, or if I bothered to even remember how to do it. But with ADHD, they're imbalanced. So you're either hyperactive or you're like, yeah, it's like that. So your mind is moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but your body can't. So the thing with caffeine, with me specifically, what it does to a normal person is it takes your energy of your body and brain at the same time and lifts them up at the same time, so they move in perfect unison. With ADHD, with what I found is when I have caffeine, my body can now match my brain speed. So now I'm moving at the same pace. However, when the caffeine wears off, bam, I plummet and I crash hard. And then there is a thing called addictive personality, which basically caffeine becomes like my heroin. Okay? It literally, like, if I don't have it, I will be low energy. I will have zero motivation to do anything. It is like little drugs for me. I don't know how else to explain it. So, yeah. So usually, what I like to do is, like, and the only other way besides caffeinated beverages that I found that's helped with balancing it is doing things that I enjoy, because then I want to do more, so my body will naturally do more to what my brain is thinking. For example, when I'm writing a FNAF movie script, or I'm writing the script for my fan movie, right? I'm high energy in my brain, but I'm also extremely motivated physically to get the script done. So I'll sit there and I'll be super focused on it for like hours and hours and hours without any caffeine. But then I will crash, which then I will need to have caffeine to replenish that energy. So that way my body can again move at the speed my brain is going constantly. That's why I can't have any stimuli while sleeping, because my brain is going to look for something to do, look for something to catch on to, but there's nothing to catch on to. Then it helps it just kind of go, you know what, I give up, we'll try again in the morning. Like, it's kind of weird, and I don't know any real better way to explain it than just caffeine helps, and it's now my daily dose drug. So I guess there you go. YouTube ain't gonna like that, but whatever. Which then, the other thing I had to do is, the other side of ADHD is, that I struggle with personally, is inattentiveness, which is my next section I want to talk about. So when it comes to inattentiveness, let's say I'm going to the store. So I'm going to the store for, say, 3 things: ramen noodles, a pair of pants, and a peanut butter. Let's say that, for example. What my brain will do is let's say I'm going to Myers, for example. Or no, actually a better example would be Walmart, because that's where I go most of the time than Meijer. So I'm going to Walmart, I walk in the front doors. In my mind, I'm like, okay, got it. I just need these 3 things, let's go get them. 2 hours later, I'm in the Lego aisle, or I'm in the coloring aisle, or I'm in the tech aisle, or I'm in the action figure aisle, or the movie aisle, and I won't even know. I will subconsciously, without me even thinking about it, naturally go toward different sections. I will then leave the store without anything that I wanted, drive home, which is about a 15-minute drive from where I am, from Walmart, realize I forgot the stuff I needed, drive back, waste more gas, and if I'm lucky, I'll get one of those things. So let's say I go to the store, I get distracted again, but then I remember, oh yeah, I need ramen. I'll get ramen, I'm on the way home again, which is another 15 minutes, another like quarter tank gone, and my mom will text me like, hey, did you get the peanut butter and your tea and your like pants or whatever? I will then have to go back to the store, look at my text, stare at the text, so my brain naturally wanders toward that area, and then it will click, oh, I need to get this, and that. I will then get those things, purchase them, go back to my car, and go, huh, this sounds good, but then I forget that I have a Bible study within 15 minutes, and I'm at Chipotle, eating Chipotle, and then I get a text from my friend Josh being like, oh, hey, you got a Bible study. Oh, shoot, that's right, I gotta do that. And so then I immediately speed over to my Bible study with my Chipotle burrito in my hand, eating as fast as I can, because the thing with that, I can hyperfixate on eating my food, so I can eat really, really, really quick. And I then get to the Bible study, do my Bible study, and then I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot to go get the fourth item that I forgot about, which was like body wash, because I just conveniently ran out last night and I totally forgot about it. So then I gotta go back to the store, and then I wander for another hour or so, and completely I also never go to like the flower aisle, the card aisle. My brain just wants to go anywhere but the things I need to do. Unless if I have either someone on the phone with me actively telling me to go to these places, something in writing to tell me where I'm going, I can constantly look at it, or I'm like forcing myself with the little self-control that I have to go and get things done. Yeah. Not great. So usually when I have caffeine, so the caffeine thing kind of ties into it, because now my body is matching what my brain is thinking, and so that way I can have a little bit more self-impulse, like, okay, no, I'm here for this, and that, we're gonna go get this, and this done. It's the same thing with YouTube videos. For example, this YouTube video, I gave the idea like 2-3 weeks ago, I forgot how long it was, and everyone's like, hey, you should make it, it'd be really fun, whatever. And so I started writing the script, and this is not a script, well, actually it is, but I'm not using it because why would I use a script? Instead of just being me, I don't know, man. And so every day I wake up, I'm like, okay, I need to get this recorded so that I can start animating, so that I can start getting this video out. And then every day I'm on Smash Carts, or I'm running errands, or I make up errands, or I find excuses to hang out with friends, or anything but make the video, right? And this goes on over and over until, like, right now I'm in my car, in a heated car, waiting for my shift to clock in because I'm bored at home. So I'm like, you know what, this would be a good time too. And trust me, there's so many notifications that I want to be looking at right now. Like, there's been 3 people calling me, but I'm like, nah, I gotta make this YouTube video, man. So I'm denying, and they're all spam calls anyway, so whatever. But yeah, so let me tell you guys how I've like treated ADHD, like medically treated. So I've done so when I was first diagnosed, it was in 7th grade, I believe. I was diagnosed with ADHD, or maybe it was 6th grade. I don't quite remember. It was one of the two. And they prescribed me Advil, which is a very common medicine used for ADHD, that kind of stuff. But I mean, it kind of worked for a little bit, but it didn't really do much for long, like, because it was mainly to help me focus in school, because the thing with studying is I can't sit down without fidgeting with something. I have to play with Legos, or I have to draw, or I have to fiddle my thumbs, or I have to talk to myself. I can't sit still unless it is something I'm engaged with. And school is something I'm not engaged with. So over the years, we kept upping the Advil, and it just stopped working. I started getting more drowsy, and I just stopped taking it on my own. And I figured out more ways to kind of combat it myself without the use of medicine. And so my mom, I think it was 2021, like right when COVID was starting to end and people could come to my house and we could interact without social distancing, we got ABA therapy, which is like a therapy designed for many different things, but in my case for ADHD, like diagnosis and stuff, and like ways to treat it. So they would come over a few times a week. I'd have a chart every day. I would, fold blankets, make bed, clean room, do chores, do homework, whatever the list said. And then every day that they would show up, I'll have it marked. My parents would sign off on it. And then I would get like micro rewards I could build up, on and on and on and on. I did that for about a year and a half. And it worked for about a year after. So about 2023 is about the year after it was done. So it ended in 2022. And then I just went back to my old ways, and now I'm just extremely disorganized. However, the way I counter it is by not thinking about it. I just don't deal with it, which is a big issue, because everywhere you look that I am, I'm a messy guy, okay? Disorganization is my thing. If I see something neat, it really pisses me off, and I can't deal with it. Like, when I was at my college program, I had a friend who had like the neatest, most organized file and desktop on his computer like I've ever seen. And then he looked at mine. I genuinely thought he was gonna have a stroke, because he looked at it. He was like, "What is this?" And it's just like all files are mixed together, unnamed, unsorted. All my apps are thrown randomly. He was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "This is my desktop." He's like, "This ain't a desktop. This is like a dumpster." I was like, "Yup, pretty much." and so when the college class was ended, they allowed us to take all the files with us home, either like, put on Google Drive or, Thumb Drive, whatever, however it needed to be done. Instead of organizing it like I probably should have, I just selected it all and slapped it onto one big file, and then I zip bombed it into my Google Drive, which is now taking up almost 45 to 50 gigabytes of storage, because they're unorganized, unzipped, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, this is my daily existence with ADHD. If you guys want to see what it's like on a day-to-day basis with ADHD, I'll make a new video. But until then, I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Also, if you guys know me in real life and you want a shout out, or if you just want a shout out in general, comment below and I'll do like a dedicated shout out video to fans who are subscribed to the channel. Keywords, you must be subscribed. That's the qualification, alright? Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!